You get a $122,000 tax deduction for investing in you all's future. And that is the power of having access to information. What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Tax-Free Living. Today's episode is gonna be amazing because I had a friend ask me a question over the weekend that I thought was so profound, it was worth doing an entire episode on today. So the question he asked me was, Carter, should I hire my spouse into my business? And I was like, wow, that's a great question. That's a loaded question. And we're gonna do a deep dive on this question today. But before we do that, guys, please, if you've been getting any value from this channel, please hit that like button, then hit that subscribe button, and then share this video with a friend because again, the more people we can impact, the absolute better. Should you hire your spouse into your business? And fellas, should you hire your spouse? Or ladies, should you hire your spouse, right? It goes both ways, right? I'm gonna approach this conversation from a personal point of view first, because there's two layers to this question. There's the personal part, and then there's the tax part. I'm gonna spend more time on the tax part. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on the personal part, right? So I think personally, when it comes to hiring your spouse, there are a lot of amazing benefits that can happen if you do this. You get to spend more time with each other, make money together, earn money together. But I think if you don't do it with the right intentions, meaning if you don't hire your spouse in a place in your business that they have expertise, it could cause an issue. It could cause riffraff in your relationship. So I'm gonna give you all the tax benefits, but personally, look, you're your own, okay? You gotta know what your spouse is good at, what they're not good at, and where you wanna place them in your business. Okay, so now for the tax side of things, should you hire your spouse into your business? The short answer is yes, right? There are some amazing tax benefits that you get once you hire your spouse in your business. And we're gonna talk through all the benefits today. Benefit number one, you can turn your dates into tax-deductible business meals, okay? When you hire your spouse into your business and you all go to dinner, because you all work in the same business conversations might come up, right? About payroll, about hiring or firing employees, about a marketing game plan. And if you're at dinner with anyone and business comes up in the conversation, that is now a business meal. So because you and your spouse work in the business together and you're both talking about business, it is a 50% deduction to your business. Because in 2022, meals were 100% deductible, but in 2023, meals are 50% deductible. So think about this. Every time you go to dinner with your spouse, bring up business, talk about business strategy for 10, 20, 30 minutes at dinner, and then you can enjoy each other's company. But once you do that, that's no longer a dinner date, it is a tax deductible business meal. Now, how do you properly track this? Well, there are 5 ways to properly document your business meals, and 3 of them are already on the receipt. So when you get the receipt, it's gonna have the date of the meal, the location of the restaurant, and the amount spent on the meal, right? Those are 3 of the 5 things, and they're already on the receipt. So now that you have those 3, you simply flip the receipt over to the back, and then you write what was talked about during the business meal. Was it strategy, was it marketing, was it sales, whatever it was, write it on the back of the receipt, and then you have to put who you were at dinner with. So you put your spouse's name and their role in the business, then you take a picture of the receipt, upload it to QuickBooks or whatever app you use for receipt tracking, and then you're done. And now every date you take your wife on, or every day you take your husband on, you get to write off 50% of that on your taxes. Now, ladies, thank me later, because now your husband's gonna wanna take you out a lot more. Just thank me in the comments, okay? All right, that's number 1. Number 2, you can turn vacations into tax deductible business trips. Okay, so let's talk about this. So let's say you and your spouse wanted to take a beautiful vacation to Jamaica, right? That is normally a personal trip, which means that you cannot write it off on your taxes. But what if instead you and your spouse found a company or a client that wanted to work with you in Jamaica and you went and had a meeting with that client, whether you closed them and signed them or not, that's a business meeting, right? And that would make the trip tax deductible. Or let's say you and your spouse found a conference in Jamaica, you can go to that conference, making that a business trip. Because your spouse works in your business, you get to have annual business retreats or board of advisor meetings if you hire your spouse in your business or you bring your spouse on your board as an advisor. If you do this, you can decide to have your quarterly board of advisor meeting anywhere in the world. So that trip to Jamaica is not a vacation, not a personal trip to Jamaica. That is one of your quarterly meetings for your business, and you can bring your spouse along because they work in the business, and now you just turned this personal vacation into a 100% tax deductible business trip. The flights there and back are tax deductible, lodging is tax deductible, and any business meals you have is tax deductible as well. Again, ladies, thank me later. Okay. Now, the third reason why you want to hire your spouse into your business for tax purposes is because it will help you get an increase in tax deductions. So, what do I mean by that? Well, certain gifts that you buy your spouse may be tax deductible in your business. For example, if your spouse works in the business and you decide to get them a new vehicle for Christmas, if they plan on using that vehicle in the business, that is a 100% business vehicle or a 50% business vehicle, depending on how much they use it in the business. And you now can write off that vehicle and your business as a legit business expense. Isn't this amazing, guys? Isn't this amazing? Like, tax deductions or tax strategies that you get simply for employing your spouse in your business, right? Amazing. Number 4, the reason why you want to hire your spouse into your business is because it might be cheaper to cover them with health insurance, right? So if you don't hire your spouse in your business and you have health insurance, right? You have family health insurance. When you put your spouse on your plan, it's going to increase the plan, right? It's going to increase the amount of the premiums. Now, it might increase it by a little bit or it might increase it by a lot, but if you hire your spouse as an employee of the business, instead of having your spouse on the family plan, you could put the family under a group insurance plan, which could be a lot cheaper to maintain. And again, you still get to write off the health insurance premiums, whether your spouse is on the family plan or in the business plan. You're just trying to save money in the process. So this is another amazing strategy on how hiring your spouse could help save you money and enhance your deductions. Okay? So now strategy number 5, and probably one of my favorite strategies, guys, is they can dramatically increase the contributions you can make to your retirement plan. So if you are a business owner, right, with a solo 401k, but to my knowledge, you can max out your retirement savings plan at $66,000, right? That is the max contribution. Matter of fact, I want to fact check me right now. Let's see, 66,000. What do you know? I'm right. I study, y'all. I study. Okay. So the max you can put into your solo 401k is $66,000. In order to have a solo 401k, you can't have any full-time employees, right? Because it's called a solo 401k. But guess who doesn't count towards that rule? You guessed it, your spouse. So you can actually add your spouse to your solo 401k plan and still maintain your plan. Not only that, you get to double the amount you can contribute by bringing your spouse into your solo 401k plan. So now you go from only being able to contribute $66,000, which is a lot of money, but now you can contribute $122,000 per year to your solo 401k plan. And if it's traditional, you get a $122,000 tax deduction for investing in you all's future. It don't get no better than that. To make a long story long, when my friend asked me this question, I sat down with him and gave him all 5 strategies, and he is now putting his spouse on payroll this week. And that is the power of having access to information. Okay, so if you guys like this episode, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Peace.